Hello, hello, hello. I'm a minute early. So let's just get all the things doing what they need to do. And come on. There we go. We're good. We are good to go. So let's see if we can get some comments up and I can see who's watching with us. Doesn't always work. We know this, right? But that's okay. I've got somebody here with me. So tell me where you're watching from. And we're going to make a quick and easy birthday card. We're going to use the birthday card celebration kit, and I made this card at my card class last night and everybody loved it, and it looks difficult but it really isn't. So I'm going to use this, I say, birthday celebration, and this is a great card for using up little bits and pieces when you have paper left over from a project and you've got some smaller pieces. You don't want to get rid of them, but you don't want to throw them away. So it's finding something to do with them, and this is a great card for it. So the reason I like this set, you've got Make-A-Wish, Happy Birthday, Happy Cake Day, you know, happy birthday to you. You've got the cute banner, some flowers, and then the dies that come with it. Obviously the dies are optional, but you've got the numbers and you've got the pocket, and then you've got these cute tassels. You've got some tags, and then this is the string that you can obviously hang all your tassels and tags from, and again some more die cuts. Super cute set. So I'm going to use Pool Party because that was a colour within the paper that I really liked, and I'm using the stamps Make-A-Wish, and then I have put Happy Birthday both on the one block for you. So makes it quick and easy. All about easy. I'm trying to pack. I leave for North Carolina in the morning, and trying to find things I can get into. That's my biggest thing. So Pool Party is the ink. So we're just going to ink up my stamp. Let's see if we can get it more or less straight. That's always a novelty, isn't it? So Make-A-Wish. Beautiful. All right. And then, so that is the die cut, and then this is a 5.25 by 4-inch piece of paper. So Go 10, Nigo, Kokeru, Yon inches of paper. And if you notice, I'm stamping it really close to the left-hand edge, and there's a reason for that. All right. Let's do a bit of scissor distressing because we can, because it's me. And then, hello, Stacey. How nice. What a lovely surprise. Watching from California. I don't know whether you are going to Raleigh as well tomorrow, Stacey. That's where I'm flying into tomorrow. My flight leaves in the morning. I still have to pack. So yeah, so 4 inches by 5.25 or 5 1/4. I have some pieces of the leftover paper. Actually, I might do this one floral. I did a gingham one for my last card. So this one, I don't know whether I have the sample anyway. I may have packed it. So I think I'll do the floral side this side just for a change. Yes, I will, just for a change. My last one that I did was gingham, so I'll take a photo of the two of them together and you can see. These pieces are 5.25 by 1 inch. So itchy inches, Kokero, Go 10, Nigo, Dozo. So 5 1/4 by 1 inch. Super pretty. So you've got the pink gingham on one side, and then I'm not sure if you've noticed as I'm moving it around on the camera, it's actually got some gold embossed areas, which is great fun for this paper. All right, and then I have an itty bitty piece. So this is 1/2 inch by 5.25. So 0, 10, Go, Kokeru, Go 10, Nigo, or 0.5 by 5.25. And it has this very delicate little green leaf on the background. I'm not sure if it shows up on the camera very well. Sometimes the lighting does crazy things to it, but you can see it's white with a green, tiny, very pale green leaf board design. And then on this side it's Pool Party again with that gold embossed scallop is the word I'm looking for. Scalloped design. Okay, I have too much information in my brain, apparently. Too much information for words as well. You can have information in there, or you can have words. Apparently you cannot have both. Okay, so I have a piece of the cake paper, which is so fun. This piece is 2.75 by 3.75. So Knee 10 Nanago, Kokeru, Sun 10 Nanago, or 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. Okay, and then the piece of Pool Party is 3 by 4. So some inches Kokeru, yon inches dozo. So 3 by 4. So obviously that's going to give me a nice overlap. It's going to just give me a little bit of an edge. And again, I'm distressing all of these edges just with my old pair of scissors, just to give it a little bit of texture. I know we don't have the white core in the center. Doesn't matter. By doing those, by scuffing up those edges with the edge of your scissors, it just gives you that lovely texture as much as anything else. All right, so before I go any further, here is my base, and I'm going to give you the measurements. Okay, so this is 5.5 inches high, so go 10 go inches, or 5.5 inches high, and it is 8.25 inches long. So hachi ten ni go dozo, so 8 1/4. All right, you are going to score it at 4 1/4, so yon ten ni go, so 4.25, at 5.5 go ten go, so 5.5, 6.25 Roku ten ni go, so 6 1/4, and then 7.5 Nana ten go, or 7.5. Okay, so 4.25, 5.5, 6 1/4, 7.5, and it is 8 1/4 inches long. Does everybody have those measurements? Okay, give me some thumbs up if that all worked well for you, or you need to tell me in the comments if you need me to repeat those. Hello, Panda. Thank you for coming and helping this afternoon. Pam was busy putting pieces in bags. You probably all have remembered that I am the Stampin' Up vendor for the Columbus Stamp and Scrap Show in Ohio next week. Do I have time to be flying to Raleigh to the on-stage event for Stamping Up? No, not really. But am I going anyway? Yes, I am. Am I about stressed about it? Yes, I am. All of the things, right? So does anybody need those measurements again? Are we all good? Give me some thumbs up or give me some hearts and tell me that I'm good. I need to see the visuals. Anybody out there? Oh, I hope somebody's out there. Hit those like it buttons or heart buttons so I know that I'm good to go on. No? Nobody? Well, I'm going to keep going anyway. Does anybody need them? Anybody need those measurements repeated? If you do, speak up now before I glue it down. Okay, well, I'm going to just keep going then. All right, so I'm going to attach my white piece and I'm going to center it on that back panel. And you can already see where I folded up on the lines, okay? Now, you're going to say, well, why did you stamp it over there? Because when we fold this over and put the next piece on, it has to be able to open. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to run adhesive down this piece here, all the way down to the bottom. And then I am just going to fold it into the spine. This was not the card I was going to show you today, but I saw my lovely ladies this morning and they're like, Sarah, teach us how to make it. So this is why. So then when it folds, if I hold it upright, you can see, hi Julie, you can see it forms a box. So it's a box spine. I don't know what you call this card. I just think it's fun. It's a Batkinized card. How about that? So it's almost like a box spine. Okay, everybody good with that? This is such an easy card. Okay, here we go. So instead of doing the gingham this time, I'm going to do the floral. And so this is your 1 inch by 5.25 inch piece. Oh, I glued it down and it's not in the right place. Straight is good. Straight is always good. I had my nails done, ready for Raleigh, so they all look nice. I'm trying to use up the last of this adhesive, get rid of it. Okay, there's my skinny little 1/2 inch piece. So if you notice, this section was 1 1/4 inches and this section was 3/4, which is why it's a 1/2 inch. Then open up that spine the other side, and then we'll just attach this, and then we'll get into the fun stuff, right? The decorating and all the foo-foo la-la that makes a backinized card a backinized card. Okay, so there you go. All right. The next piece I'm going to stick down is going to be my rectangle, my 4x3. And so that when I fold it back, I need to make sure that it doesn't cover the words. Again, that was the reason why we stamped it over there. So I'm going to just run my adhesive on top of my stripy paper, somewhere in the middle, and I'm going to open up my card so that then when I attach this piece, I know that it's in the right place, and I know that when it folds, it will fit in there like that. Is that good? Do you like this card? You're all very quiet out there tonight. You really are. Okay, I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive on the back of my card, and then I'm going to attach just a small piece of ribbon. This is the peacock and gold ribbon. I'm not sure if it's available right now. So any turquoise, you could use blue, you could use a blue ribbon if you had one, or just a gold ribbon. You could use white ribbon, a pink ribbon would look super pretty on this. I just pulled in the turquoise because it was just a darker shade of the pool party. That's why I used it. Okay, so now I'm going to just add a little bit more adhesive over the top of the ends of that ribbon, and then just attach that like so. Actually, you know, I'm not. I'm going to actually pop it up on Stampin' Dimensionals. I want it to be a bit more dimensional. So as long as I put my foam over the top of the adhesive, it won't matter that I've already got adhesive on there. But I just think it needs a little bit of zhuzh. I'm going to zhuzh it up a bit. I'm not going to peel off all the backing off those. You don't need to. I'm just going to do the 4 corners. It's support as much as anything else. It's acting like a little bridge. Oh, I like that better. Okay, how cute is that? Now, I already went ahead and I cut out my little tassels. Aren't they cute? And before I glue them down, I'm actually going to take my Wink of Stella brush, and I'm just going to brush over the top of them, and then we'll just let them sit for a second, just so that they're sparkly. So it makes them look like they're shimmering or sparkly, because I think tassels should be sparkly myself. There. Okay, we'll let those just sit a second. I'm going to put some gems on them. Last night I used, I think they're called party dots. They're the paper, the dots that coordinate with this. But tonight I'm actually going to use these. They're called the adhesive backed dapple dots, 163353. And they have this like a line that goes over them. They always look like crackle, which I quite like. And I'm going to use the... Let me get my tassels on first. That would work better. So these are still a little damp. Usually I let them sit for a minute or so before I attach them. But tonight I'm going to, they're still a little bit damp, so I'm going to just be careful with them. And then on the back of this one, I'm going to add 3D foam tape again. Don't forget to use the edges of your 3D foam tape. And so what I like to do is I like to, if I've got a straight edge, I like to cut it down. So I've got a rectangle, makes it easier. And we'll just stick it straight up the middle. And then I'm going to add my dots in there. Yeah, how cute is that? Super cute. Okay, so now I can add in my dots. Apparently I'm Dapple Dot Challenge tonight. There we go. Just scoop them up. My nails are too long for me to pick them up, that's the problem. How cute is that? I need to finish it off. Let's put a bow on it. So I already tied a bow and attached it to one of my glue dots. And we'll tie it over the top. And that, my friends, is your Make-A-Wish card. Super, super easy. Look at that, 15 minutes flat to make that. So, so cool. So because I've made that one so quickly, I'm going to make one more online for you. I wasn't going to do this one, but I will, just because I can. So please hold while I just grab the pieces, because I arranged them somewhere else for you. Okay, so for this next card, I am going to show you, I'm looking for all the pieces. Hang on, I'm getting there, I'm getting there. I need this over here. Okay. Ouch, I was too close to the door. Okay, so for this next card I'm going to show you, I'm going to use these art-shaped dies, which I absolutely love. They're an online item only, and I'm also going to use some of the paper that you will find on page 47. It's called Thoughtful Journey, and I'm going to use this paper here. I think it's absolutely beautiful. You've got 12 different designs on the front, and then they've given you a sample of the back, and then so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 backgrounds that almost look like watercolor paper, very, very beautiful background, and then you've got some that almost have a design on them as well that you could use both sides. So, so pretty. So the card that I'm going to make, I used the, like I said, I added in the these art-shaped dies. The reference number for those is 164629, and there is a stamp set that coordinates with it, but I'm not actually going to use that stamp set tonight. And then the embossing folder. This is the exposed brick embossing folder, which you know I love. I've used it many times in the past. So this card is so, so simple and so, so effective. I'm going to take my standard card base, and you can see here where I've already cut down a piece of the paper to this, just a slightly smaller than the front of the card. So obviously a standard card size is 5.5 by 4.25. So this piece I cut down to 4 inches by 5.25. Okay, you can see on the back of this it has this beautiful purple color. Isn't that pretty? And all I'm going to do is I'm going to center it on my card. Okay, see, you get 2 cards tonight. Isn't that pretty? They look like thistles. That's what they remind me of, little Scottish thistles. Okay, I'm going to take my frame, and so this is the frame. We cut the white cardstock exactly the same size, as you can see, as this paper, and then it's been embossed. And actually this time I'm actually going to pop it up on some 3D foam tape. There are, as I say, 12 different main designs in this paper pack. Absolutely beautiful paper. It's so, so pretty. And if you're coming to Columbus, you can make this card with me, or with Victoria, because Victoria's coming with me too. So we're going to have a lot of fun in Ohio. So I've done this card a couple of ways. So you're going to make one very similar to this. All right. So just going to line up. So when it's up in the air, I tend to line it one corner up, and then I can line the bottom corner up, and by default it will fit. Look at that. Okay, I've also cut a little floral piece, so we'll add that. And then my postage stamp dies. You know I love my postage stamp dies, so I'm going to use Blackberry Bliss, which is this color here, and I'm going to stamp "Hello Friend" on it. And we'll pop this up as well. You know, sometimes you just need a quick and easy little card, you know. There are times when you've got time to spend half an hour on one card, and then there's other times when you just need a card right now. Well, this is the perfect card for when you need a little card right now. Okay, so we'll just put a little bit of adhesive on it, and we'll just stick it like that. We're going to add in my little saying over the top. How cute is that? And then let's add a bow to the top. Already popped it on a glue dot. Okay, and then let's add some sparkles. Rhinestones, sparkles, call them what you will. Ooh, that one stuck to me. How's that? Look at this, 2 cards, and it's only $7.20. How much do you love that? How pretty that is. Quick and simple and easy and so effective. So I hope you like this these 2 different cards. 2 totally different vibes, but so pretty. If you're coming to Columbus, if you're coming to the Stamp and Scrap Show, come and make this card with me. That's just one of the 2 make and takes I have. I have another one for another day. But they're just so fun. Thank you, Vanessa. I'm super happy with them. So this obviously folds flat for mailing, so it's a really fun fold. Be sure to watch the video all the way through to the end, because obviously the videos are going away on Facebook, and I will be uploading them to my YouTube channel when I figured out how to get back into YouTube, as it seems to have kicked me out. So it's all of the things today. But I think this is really pretty. I think it's a pretty little card. All right, hope you've enjoyed it. I will see you next Tuesday at 7 o'clock as usual, and I'll have another fun fold card for you. All right, love you.